Good morning from the Appalachian Trail. So right now I am doing my shakedown hike of the Georgia Loop. I am started at Three Forks, which is about a mile down. Right here, this is, I forgot what waterfall it is. I'll put it up there. So I've already done 1 mile. I'm going to get on the Appalachian Trail, or I've been on the Appalachian Trail, and hike all the way to Blood Mountain. The Georgia Loop is about a 60-mile loop up in North Georgia. It goes through the Appalachian Trail, the Duncan Ridge Trail, and the Benton MacKaye Trail. So I'm on day one. Right now I'm about 3 miles in. Started this morning. It's actually pretty cold, so had to bring some of my cold gear for this shakedown hike, but I probably won't be bringing it on the Appalachian Trail with me this summer. So just want to give you an update, let you know what's going on, and I'm going to keep hiking. Made it to Cooper's Gap, about 8 miles in. I'm going to put my phone away so I can cross safely. Okay, I have made it over a little halfway to Gooch Mountain Shelter. Going to take a break and eat some lunch. The shelter's right there. I am back on the Appalachian Trail. Stopped at Gooch Gap to have some lunch and just rest, drink some water. And while I was there, like 10 people rolled in. One guy did the Appalachian Trail last year. A bunch of people, they're through hiking right now. Met another girl that did the Arizona Trail, so it's pretty cool. Got to swap stories and stuff like that. So right now I'm going to the Lance Creek campsite. It's about 8 miles, so I should be there right before dark, and hopefully I'll be able to find some spots because there's a lot of people on trail, and this is the first time that has happened, because whenever I hiked this summer, I was pretty much alone most of the time, so it's going to be a different kind of hike. All right, made it to Gooch Gap. So this is Gooch Gap. Right up there in the clearing is where we have an annual St. Patrick's Day party with some trail friends, Geek, Girl Next Door, Leprechaun. I can't remember everybody's names, but it's a good time because that's usually whenever the thru hikers start to come in, so we do some trail magic for them up there. Next stop is Woody Gap in 3.5 miles. Good morning from the Appalachian Trail. So last night I stayed at Lance Creek Restoration Area. I hiked 19 miles of the Appalachian Trail from Three Forks all the way up here. It was a little over 19 miles. I got in about 7 o'clock. So yeah, feeling pretty good. It was cold last night. As you can tell, I got my puffy and everything on. So I'm gonna give you a tour of my camp. I actually started breaking down before I started thinking about doing a video. But anyways, yeah. So let me give you a little tour. Right, so here's my hammock that I was sleeping in. I got my bug net up. And then I have an underquilt. And I have my hammock. And then I have my sleeping bag and everything kind of spread out right here between these two trees. Got to fall asleep to the sound of water, which is somewhere down there. So I'm starting to pack up a little bit. So I'm gonna just continue to pack up and then I'll get going. I am leaving Lance Creek and heading back on the Appalachian Trail. I had to stop and collect some water. And now I'm gonna keep going. So I stopped at Woods Hole Shelter, which is the last shelter right before I get to the Duncan Ridge Trail. So I decided to stop, have some lunch, and then I needed to collect water because I'm not sure about the water situation on Duncan Ridge Trail. There's some spots. It rained a couple days ago, so that's good. So the water should be flowing, but I got a mile until the Duncan Ridge Trail, and then I'm officially off the Georgia AT until I get back to my truck in 2 days. All right, here we go. All right, finally made it to the Duncan Ridge Trail. I'm officially off the Appalachian Trail. All right, so I made it to White Oak Stamp. So it's to follow the W for water. One there, one there. So I'm guessing I need to go down there and there'll be water on the bottom. So when I was getting water down there, I put my water filter in my pocket and my water filter fell out. So I'm heading down to try to find my water filter. Fingers crossed. All right, there it is. Just really glad I didn't have to go all the way down there to go get it. Thank you. But unfortunately, I have to climb back up there to get back to the trail. So let's go. Breakfast this morning is going to be grits, spam, and coffee. All right, I am all packed up, ready to go. And I'm going to be climbing this mountain. Let's go. There's a fire going on over there. That's not good. Or maybe it is. Who knows? So far, I've gone about, I want to say like 5 miles since this morning, maybe a little more, don't know, maybe 8. So I was just hiking down, haven't seen much water, and then there was someone that was hiking down the other way, opposite of me, And so I asked her, if she has seen any water sources, because I'm kind of low on water. And she said no, she hasn't. I passed a guy at the Gap who was resupplying her, and she asked me if I needed water. I was like, yeah, I need water. And so she brought me back to that resupply, which was her husband, and gave me some water. Also got some banana bread. So never thought I would have trail angels on the Georgia Loop or the Duncan Ridge Trail, but hey, I'll take it. It was good. Got some water, and now I'm on trail trying to get to the Toccoa Swinging Bridge. Thankfully, I was able to find a water spot. Had to walk down the hill off the trail to get some water. So I took a little break, ate a snack, and filtered my water. So I'm still hiking on. And yeah, so really glad I found some water because I only had like a liter of water left. So looks like I have a little climb here, so I'm just gonna get climbing. All right, I have made it to where the Duncan Ridge Trail and the Benton MacKaye Trail intersect. So now I'm on the Duncan Ridge Trail / Benton MacKaye Trail. Also starting to rain. So made it to the bottom of the mountain, and there is a creek. So I'm just taking a little break by the creek. Have about 4 more miles to go until I get to the Toccoa Swinging Bridge, which is where I want to be tonight. So it is about 5 o'clock right now. So I'm thinking maybe about 2 hours until I'm there. I have to climb up one more mountain, and then I'll be finished with mountain climbing for today. So yeah, just breaking, resting, and having a snack. So I got 3.6 miles to go, not 4. Makes a big difference. Alright, I made it to the suspension bridge. It is about to rain. See if I can get over this real quick.
So I made it to the Toccoa Swinging Bridge. I was racing a storm that was coming in, and right as I got here, it just started coming down. So I had to set up my tarp in the rain, which is fine. It was good. I set up my tarp and then I just kind of sat there and just like watched the rain. And then I realized, okay, I need to put up my hammock. Started putting up my hammock, and the 2 trees that I chose didn't work. So I chose 2 more trees. That didn't work. And so I finally, 3rd time's a charm, I got the last set of trees. It worked. Set up my hammock. And right now I'm just exhausted. I've been sitting in this hammock for a good 5 minutes, just trying to catch my breath and just kind of settle down. I need to put my sleeping bag in here, and then I also need to go and get water and then cook dinner. So I'm gonna just get up whenever I'm ready and go take care of those chores. Good morning from the Toccoa Swinging Bridge. So last night it thunderstormed. After I set up my hammock, I got in there. I was dry, everything was good, and then it started thunderstorming again. But luckily my tarp held up, my hammock held up, and I'm good, and I'm all dry. Just got finished with breakfast, gonna pack up, and then I'm going to head back to Three Forks, and that will end my Georgia Loop hike. Here's my hammock setup. Last night, whenever I was putting up my hammock and putting up my tarp, I accidentally put the tarp on upside down, but luckily it's good. It worked, kept me safe, kept me dry. So I am very grateful for that. And I'm just right by the river. All right, so let's walk across it without the rain. Thank you, Toccoa Bridge. Thank you, Toccoa River. I'm getting back on trail. Got 9 more miles to go, and then I'll be back at Three Forks. So let's go. Right now I am following a creek, but what that means is
I'm almost to Long Creek Falls, where I started at Three Forks. Probably got less than a mile to go. So, man, it's been a journey and almost there. It's a fun little bridge. This is not the AT. So funny story about this. Me and a friend were hiking to Long Creek Falls, and then we were gonna go hike the Appalachian Trail. But we accidentally did the Benton MacKaye Trail instead, and I didn't know. So I guess I'm not the only one that does that. I have officially made it to the Appalachian Trail where they both connect. Now I need to just get to my truck. And I have made it to Three Forks. The Georgia Loop for me is officially finished. Headed to my truck, which is right over there. I made it to my truck. I'm here. I'm kind of cleaned up a little bit to head back into civilization. Probably do a little more reflection when I get back home. So right now, time to hit the road.